an epitome of integrity and dedication in public life, a true patriot and exceptional administrator, known for his honesty, integrity, and simplicity. One who was defined by his work, always led by examples in public life, and was loved by masses. A sincere wish on this occasion that we may inculcate some of the virtues which the Iron Man of Goa held. Thank you so much. I would like to request all the members of advisory committee to join the dignitaries for the photo opportunity. Thank you so much. I request the chairman, Manohar Parrikar Vidnyan Mahotsav Organizing Committee, Shri Jose Manuel Narona, to escort all the dignitaries on the dais. Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Chief Secretary, Secretary for Science, Technology and Health, Shri Nitin Gokhale, Dr. Sunil Kumar Singh, kindly occupy your seats. Yet another request to you, sir, to welcome the August gathering. Shri Jose Manuel Narona.
Very good morning to all of you, to Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Sawant, Minister for Science and Technology, Mr. Michael D'Souza, Dr. Vijay Raghavan, who is present with us. I'm sorry, Mr. Michael Lobo, correction please. We had said we'll show some clips on the side. Is that movie on? Before we start, just for 2 minutes, let's just have that movie to recollect the visionary steps of Shri Parrikar.
He always looked upon Goa with distinct standpoint. A clear vision of sustainable development and clear technology for the state of Goa. Goa is one of the states with highest literacy rate in the country. And the late Mr. Manohar Parrikar, as its highly educated chief minister, a gifted leader, has facilitated Goa to touch the mark that every progressive mind wishes to encompass. He solidly attempted to stimulate scientific outlook in younger minds. He wished to widen the vision of the individuals at their juvenile phase. Sustainable development of humanity lies in the blueprint sketched by its leadership. Late Manohar Parrikar, with his methodical approach, aimed towards the achievement of sustainable development in Goa. His policies as regards to infrastructural improvement of the state of Goa will signify his ability to perceive the future. to his forte, he was called to serve the nation as the defense minister. While serving from this supreme post, his able and sturdy tactics also bestowed our country with an affirmative spirit. Goa is one beautiful state filled with natural resources. Late Mr. Manohar Parrikar's support to preserve its magnificence is reflected through his long-standing resolution of clean technology. His affection towards science and knowledge resulted into one of the finest talk series that Goa has encountered in the year 2018.
The government seeks to reinforce Goa's status as a scientific hub of India with a strong focus on not only significantly strengthening scientific education in our state, but also promoting a scientific temperament across the state. And I propose to the Nobel Foundation that we set up an annual Goa Nobel Lecture Series that my government will be very happy to support.
The talk series, Manohar Parrikar Vidnyan Mahotsav, is a most fitting contribution by the government of Goa in memory of our fond leader, late Mr. Manohar Parrikar, who pointed out the trail of science.
A very good morning once again. Having seen that clip of Mr. Parrikar's contribution to science and technology, especially at the Nobel series, when incidentally, just at the end of that series, he was discovered to be ill. Unfortunately, he passed away, and the government of Goa, through Honorable Chief Minister, Minister of Science and Technology, Mr. Michael Lobo, have embarked on this mission of having a science lecture every year for the benefit of children. Unfortunately, this year with the COVID pandemic, we couldn't have a live series, but we're having it virtually. We have Dr. Guleria from AIMS, who will speak perhaps to us on the COVID situation. And we are grateful to our Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Upendra Joshi, who's here, who coordinated for us and got us Dr. Guleria to speak. We have with us Dr. Balaram, who also is a Padma Bhushan, who was a former director of IISc Bangalore, who will speak to us a little bit later. So we have these two speakers, and second speaker was organized by CSIR, that is Dr. Sunil Singh, who was very gracious enough to help us whenever we approached him. Last year, we had this series spread around 5 colleges in Goa, at Kepe, Sankeli, Perne, Margao, and we had it at NIO. There were almost 7,000 students who benefited from this talk. And like Mr. Parrikar said, hopefully the seed of science and technology will be plowed or grown within the minds of these young children, and we'll have a better stock of engineers for the future. I can't stop but without thanking the government of Goa for the wholehearted support in financing this program. We are telecasting this through webcast. It is on Facebook. It is on the other modes of social media. We have media with us today. We are sure we adequately covered, so the children will learn. And one last line for the kids who are listening to this program is what Socrates would have said to Plato. The only thing that I know is that I know nothing. So if we begin to understand that we really know nothing, that is when we begin to really learn something. Thank you, and welcome all of you for this program.
Thank you, sir. Warm welcome. Now we shall have a very special event happening here. We have with us Shri Oakley, a media entrepreneur, strategic affairs analyst, who has authored a book on late Shri Manohar Parrikar named Manohar Parrikar, Brilliant Mind, Simple Life. The book is getting released at the hands of Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, in presence of all the honored dignitaries. May I request Shri Abhijat Parrikar to join the dignitaries for the release of book, and a kind request to Honorable CM to release this book on very special day. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Please occupy this. Shri Nitin Gokhale is an author of more than half a dozen books on military history, insurgencies, and wars, a specialist in conflict coverage. He has very vast experience in journalism for almost 36 years. Kind request to you, sir, to speak about this book, Shri Nitin Gokhale.
Thank you very much. Namaskar, good morning. Dr. Pramod Sawant, Chief Minister of Goa, other dignitaries present here, all those who have joined online, of course, Abhijat here, and Parrikar family, his friends. I'm grateful for this opportunity to come and launch this book here at the hands of the Chief Minister. This was a work in progress for some time. COVID, of course, has affected all of us in various ways. It affected even the preparation of this book and publication of this book. This is only a digital copy, so I must qualify this by saying that this is a digital print. It's not a final print. The final print will take some time because in Delhi, the COVID situation is extremely precarious, and therefore the printing presses are not working their full potential. And we will certainly send this book. I'm grateful to the Chief Minister, his staff, the Government of Goa, the Department of Information and Public Relations for supporting this book by giving us vital information, photographs, and of course supporting the publication of the book. I don't want to take much of your time because this is mainly about Mr. Parrikar, and I must confess here that I did not know him until January 2015. You would be surprised why I'm writing this book. But in the 28-month period that he was Defense Minister in Delhi, I was in Delhi since 2006. We got connected through common friends, and we became very close friends. I looked upon him as an elder brother. He looked upon me for as a sounding board during his stint as Defense Minister, and we became extremely close. So what I know about him is mostly from his stint as Defense Minister, and of course our long chats in his house, sometimes in my house, sometimes traveling with him. And what I saw him as not just a technocrat politician, but a man of great integrity, a man who was hardworking, who was only concerned about the well-being of the nation and strengthening the security of the nation. On his watch, we had two surgical strikes, if we may call them. One was in Myanmar across the Manipur-Nagaland border in northeast. The other in Uri, of course, you know what it happened in Uri, and then of course that movie that was made. That movie did not capture anything that Mr. Parrikar did. My book hopefully captures that. And of course, the three major decisions he took as Defense Minister. One was the one rank, one pension for 25 lakh plus ex-servicemen. The second was to procure the Rafale fighter jets for the Indian Air Force, which was facing great shortage in its combat capability. And the third was to initiate defense reforms in a largely moribund and obdurate defense ministry. What he started then in 2016, 17, 2015, 16, and 17 is now coming to fruition. I can assure you, I've done defense reporting for 37 years since 1983. I've never seen such sweeping reforms in the defense ministry, which has now supported Prime Minister Modi's Make in India campaign. And believe me, in another 10 years, India will be not only self-sufficient in defense equipments and platforms, India will be a net defense exporter in the coming 10 years, thanks to Mr. Parrikar and his vision to make India self-sufficient in its defense needs. I don't want to take much of your time. All that I will do is to quote the Prime Minister, whose letter to the family, which was written in December, in March 2019 to his sons. He used one line. He said, Mr. Parrikar was the builder of modern Goa. And I wholeheartedly agree. After that, when I've been speaking to my team and I've been speaking to different people in Goa, we can never fully capture his life because he had a wide range of spectrum of achievements. And that book cannot really capture it. It will all remain in our hearts, like it remains, memories remain with me. And I can only say this, that his loss was not lost only to the family or to the state of Goa and the people of Goa, but to this nation also. He was a patriot, he was a nation lover, and he was a man with brilliant mind and simple life. That's what I've tried to capture. Thank you very much once again for this opportunity. And we will remember Mr. Parrikar as we go forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gokhale. Words fall short for the man that changed the dynamics in Goa's progress and development, and it is extremely difficult to put him in words. Hearty congratulations and thank you, Shri Nitin Gokhale, for making all the efforts to make this book a success. Congratulations. This book is published by Government of Goa, Department of Information and Publicity. Next, we have with us Dr. Shekhar Bande, Secretary DSIR and Director General CSIR. Sir is there with us virtually. I would like to request you, sir, to deliver your address. Dr. Shekhar Bande.
Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India, Professor Vijay Raghavan, Professor Balram, Dr. Guleria, my senior colleague, Dr. Sunil Singh, Nitin, and the family members of Shri Manohar Parrikar. It's a great pleasure for me to be here on this particular occasion. I understand that Government of Goa wishes to have a lecture series in the name of Shri Parrikar in the coming years. And last year when I was visiting Goa, Mr. Morona had come and met me regarding this particular issue. And I think it's a very fitting tribute to Mr. Parrikar for what he has done to the people of Goa and also as the Honorable Minister of Defence between 2015 and 2017. I remember the other day when I ran into Nitin Gokhale, he was very excited about this particular upcoming book, and Nitin actually described many different aspects of Mr. Parrikar that many of us had heard of from here and there, but are truly very memorable. Therefore, it's very befitting that Government of Goa has considered to start a 7 lecture series in the memory of Mr. Parrikar. And I would like to assure the people of Goa and the Honorable Chief Minister that through our institute in Goa, there's a National Institute of Oceanography. We will do everything possible to support this particular exercise. So once again, we remember Mr. Parrikar very fondly, although I did not know him personally very well. But nonetheless, whatever he has done for the country, whatever he has done for the people of Goa, are very fond memories for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mande. May I now request Professor K. Vijay Raghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India, to deliver his address. Professor K. Vijay Raghavan.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Sawant, Minister for Science and Technology, Goa, Mr. Lobo, Mr. Norona, other colleagues in Goa, my colleague Dr. Shekhar Bande, Dr. Balram, Dr. Guleria, and others. It's always a great pleasure to be in Goa and interact with people there, with the lovely ambience, the lovely people, and the attitude of being so welcoming. Unfortunately, this is a virtual interaction today, but nevertheless better than not having one. We are gathered here to both honor the memory of Dr. Manohar Parrikar, but also to take forward his vision for science and technology in Goa and in the country. I'll very briefly tell you about our interactions with him from the Government of India and how we think they could be of value going forward. There are two major kinds of interactions we had. The Department of Biotechnology some years ago started a program called the Nobel Prize India Series, and there we brought Nobel laureates from all over the world to India to interact with our students and with our teachers across the country, and also brought a Nobel Museum replica over here to showcase the history of science and technology. The idea was not, as many people thought, to have a way by which we could stimulate our scientists to aim for Nobel Prizes. Quite the opposite. The idea was to see how different ways in which scientists develop, and to look at the Nobel laureates not as people to imitate, but as people to emulate. People who broke through traditional barriers and tried to do something different, and sometimes lucked out, sometimes worked hard, and sometimes, had great value. Many of the people who came were people who not only used their badge to convey science, but also to actually proactively engage across the country with students and teachers. The first such meeting was in Gujarat, and it was very, very successful, and a very large number of students from all over the country came. And we thought that the next meeting would be more appropriate to happen in a place which is a little more laid back, but also is connected to the country in a big way. So we chose Goa, and we went to see Mr. Manohar Parrikar, who was then the Chief Minister of Goa, and he was extraordinarily welcoming. Not only was he welcoming, he personally oversaw the Nobel Prize series and interacted with us, with officials, appointed a high-level set of people directly in his office to take care of this, and the meeting was an extraordinary success. Not just the way it was organized, not just the talks with the Nobel laureates, but students from all over India came to visit the museum, which stayed on for a couple of months. Teachers from all over India came and taught each other, and this was a major success. Now, this is the kind of environment and welcoming which is rooted, which was very valuable. I should also add, students from all over Goa came to the museum and to the talks which are held by scientists from all over India in the big amphitheater over a month. Mr. Parrikar then suggested that there should be a way by which they should have an anchor of science and technology in Goa, so that over time, top scientists from all over India, all over the world come, talk and think about in a calm and beautiful environment about what to do and how to take science and technology in partnership with society, with industry for India's future. So this is something, in addition to the lecture series, I urged that the government of India work with the government of Goa work with the government of India, organizations like the CSIR, to try and take this forward. The other kind of interaction we had with Mr. Parrikar was about marine biology and biotechnology and deep ocean. As a coastal state, this was very important, and our discussions with him started earlier when he was defense minister and then moved on as chief minister. This major marine deep ocean mission, in a manner very similar to the space mission, is now ready for takeoff or going to deep oceans, as you might like to better put it, and owes in no small measure to the great support we got from Mr. Manohar Parrikar. There will be major activities in Goa for this deep ocean mission, and this will be something which we will always remember Mr. Parrikar. Now, going ahead, and this is the last part I'd like to say, Goa, for such a small state, has got an amazing range of scientific resources. You have the National Institute of Oceanography, you have the Ministry of Earth Sciences Antarctic Mission, you have the a new IIT Goa which has come, there's the BITS Pilani Goa, and there are many other institutions there. In other words, Goa is not by any means a scientific backwater. It is now time for Goa to take all these institutions and form a glue between them so that they interact deeply on one side with Goa, on the other side with the rest of India, focusing on areas of critical importance to the world today, such as climate change and environment. And on the third side, look westwards towards Africa and elsewhere to see how it can interact to be a more global destination, not just for tourism, but for science, education, research, and tourism. All these are very feasible. It requires talent and depth to be there, and Goa, with its openness and its welcoming nature, can get this talent and depth from anywhere in India and from anywhere in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Vijay Raghavan. We now request Minister for Science and Technology and Waste Management, Shri Michael Lobo, sir, to deliver his speech.
Manohar Parrikar Vidnyan Mahotsav 2020. We have on the dais our Chief Minister, State of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, our BJP Party President, Sadanand Tanawade, Dr. K. Vijay Raghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor, Government of India, Shri Jose Manuel Norona, Chairman, GPSC, Parimal Rai ji, Chief Secretary, Government of Goa, Dr. Shekhar Mande, Shri Amit Satija ji, IAS, Secretary, Science and Technology, Dr. Sunil Kumar Singh, Mr. Gokhale, Dr. Randeep Guleria, Dr. Balaram. We also have our Director of Science and Technology, Levinson Martin, Professor Pradeep Moraskar, close associates of our late Parrikar ji, Upendra ji Joshi, Sandeep ji, who is here, Dr. Shekhar Salkar, Mr. Joglekar, and other dignitaries who are present over here. It gives me immense pleasure to be present during the inaugural function of the second edition of Manohar Parrikar Vidnyan Mahotsav. Today is also the birthday of our beloved former Chief Minister of Goa and former Defence Minister of India, Shri Manohar Parrikar ji. Government of Goa, through my department, that is Department of Science, Technology and Waste Management, has been conducting this prestigious science lecture series annually as a befitting tribute to our former Chief Minister, who had a dream and a vision to take the state to a new high in the field of science, technology and innovation. By organizing this event, government wants to inculcate
If you are not on the meeting, you can't. Dr. Guleria has also joined now.
Okay.
So I can see. Good morning, Dr. Guleria. Can you